everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm just doing a short video tonight. Kind of an update. I gotta find a better setup. Slowing down drastically. It's a tech industry job, so those jobs are suffering right now. $12 military team. $60 from CRKP. Somebody come here. Oh, deal. All over me. Transport. Nobody comes on. Dripping sound. Good thing it's outside, not inside. That's bad. Where is my power source? Right? Here's the tech sheet. It has a book. And how much power we got? 17 volts left. Okay. I got more batteries. Like that. I just got another one charged up. That one. $300 watts. That's it. Ryobi batteries can handle 300 watts. This is not a pure sine wave, but it can be. charging from the EcoFlow in the house. I think what's coming out here. I'm charging my inverter, actually, the batteries, and the batteries that feed the inverter, which is giving me what? This is all solar. The inverter in the house is charged by solar, but lately we've been getting a lot of rain, kind of covering the solar panel. So I took it to a EV charger and charged it up in less than an hour, like 50%. So at the speed I had it set, 100 watts, charged 1 hour on half capacity, 2 hours on empty, recommended going empty, but I can't go below 20% anyway. But I realized I had the switch in the back set to slow, so it was only charging 1,800 watts. And I realized that I quickly switched it to fast, and it jumped up to 3 kilowatts, and it charged 20 minutes early, 40 minutes early. But it would have been faster if I had it set faster. The Infinity port, which plugs into EV chargers. And I found out there's two types of EV chargers here in the United States. One, Tesla, and then there's I'm not sure if Tesla's the same as the other car companies, but some cars have the three-prong plug, which is what my adapter is for, or you got the three-prong and then two on bottom, which there is something to do with that. The three-prong is only 50 kilowatts. Okay, my inverter can't take that. It can only take 3,500 kilowatts. But cars take faster. So three-prong without the two on the bottom are just 50 kilowatts. But you get the three-prong with the two on the bottom, and that's 150 kilowatts per factory. Depends on where the charge is. And I went to the local mall. Now I was concerned how much I'm going to have to pay for this. If emergency arises where I can't charge here at home, solar panel, and I need power, so I have a situated car charger. Well, I go there, it's free for 2 hours. On slow, I can charge that battery for 2 hours. Or fast, I can do it for about half hour to 45 minutes. From empty to full. And empty on this thing is 20%. It won't go below 20%, and that protects the battery. It was my LFP battery. Lithium iron phosphate, LFP. You think of the LIP, LIP, lithium, L, iron, I, phosphate, P. I don't know what the F is. Don't get on it. My receiving system. It's not completely set up. I just put those up on the wall so they're off the floor and I can get around. But that stuff's going to have to come back down. so that I can support the process. I'm putting boards I get as scrap at Home Depot. It'll look really nice, and I can nail to it. I can screw to it. Super strong, and it'll make this system super strong. This can hold 200 pounds, but 75 to 200 pounds, kind of what you put. Right now, I don't have everything screwed something, so I can say got a lot of weight in this now. It's holding. Okay. Sagging a bit. Okay. Yeah, battery box, stop light, solar panel, valve, bunch of components. Uh, it's probably back about, oh, uh, well, I get a lot of people to sign up for this, for my channel, but oh, I definitely not use my 20 ounce. For some reason, I was able to log into this channel. It was already open, but wasn't live. So hopefully they didn't charge me for the last time till now. This one, I took every step to shut down. Finish this, and those guys are still crack farm. And I could take care of it tomorrow in the morning. In the morning, I'd have to beat them before 8 o'clock. It's probably the earliest they get to it. Now, I've been putting in insulation today. Over in the corner on the other side. So, switch to the camera. Okay, back there, you see the insulation? Actually, there's a roll of insulation right there. That wall has got insulation, and it's all the way to the corner. Now there's no longer light leading out. It's got insulation on it behind that roll, all the way to the ceiling. I got my shelves. The shelves are pallet. This is the pallet shed, after all. That's the pallet studio. So I'm using pallets for shelves, using pallets for the wall. So there's that. And here we got pallets also. With the bottom of the pallet. I put the top on the outside so that I got more. Now, if this was a living structure, if I was living in this, I would not use pallets. There are chemicals in these pallets that keep them from rotting, and these chemicals will bleed out into the air. So don't use pallets for to build a house. Unless you can somehow keep those chemicals from coming in. Then you're okay. Oh, who do we got in here? Welcome to the channel. Everybody's welcome. And You can kill them up on the live stream as long as you don't uh, don't you're not nude. I don't want my channel to. We're just a channel we chat about prepping. I built I did a segment on building the shed. I think we didn't say. Somebody said, I hope that's this chat's for everybody. Uh, don't usually talk politics here, but if you do, I'm not talking. And if you don't like Trump, you can tell me why, back it up with stuff, and we can talk about that. Otherwise, no politics. I only deal with that. Right now, Trump is looking pretty good, eh? The economy's in shambles. Our defense is in shambles. We can still win a war, but we're going to lose a lot first. Oh, welcome to the chat. Please give me a thumbs up. If you're going to leave, please give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get monetized. We can talk about whatever you want. I'm a prepper, and that's the primary purpose of this channel. But I will talk about gardening, building batteries, the shed. Very, I don't have my glasses. Well, I cannot see it. Wait. Yeah. Namaste. Do you love Jesus? I do love Jesus. I do. It's okay if you don't. Just wondering. What is this namaste? Jerry. Welcome to the channel. The primary purpose of this channel is prepping. So anything prepping, I'm willing to talk about. Plus, like gardening, which is part of prepping. I built this shed out of pallets, which is prepping in a way. I used all scrap. Well, almost all. I had to buy some and a few rates. Welcome to the channel, Sherry. All the stuff that you want to talk about Jesus, that's fine with me. All the stuff that's going on in this world was foretold. You knew it was going to happen. And you know what? I am not worried. I am on the winning side. You see, God sees all of all time at the same time. Can you imagine processing all that? Our little pea brain could not do it. God can do it, whatever he wants except lie. He is incapable of lying. But he sees everything from all time. So he's already won. He wouldn't even try to save us if he didn't win. He's all powerful. And thank you for coming to my channel. please spread the word. I'm pretty open to the topic. This is my pallet studio. I built this out of pallet. Did you leave? Because I have 0 viewers again. I've been doing insulation. If you're still here, I've been doing insulation on the shed because this is going to be my studio. When I go live, I'm going to be here in the pallet studio. Okay. This is also going to be my shop. Right over here is my workbench, and it's being held up by boxes right now because I haven't come up with a design for it. But I'm thinking about moving that over here because I got my tool storage up here on this wall. And that will give me storage there. That's over there. I have storage on this side right here. It's in flux right now because I'm insulating. Let's see, I got pallet there, and I can store 2 boxes high. Those boxes are stored on the other side. And then I can stack 3 on top. And on the other side, I can stack 1 on the bottom, 2 there, and 1 up there. I really didn't do that properly. I get a chance to redo that section. The pallets are not the same size, so it's a little messed up. I have cartoon tools. That right there is my tiller. I got raised beds, so I can have my plants more concentrated. I put tomatoes, peppers. Last year I grew cucumbers and beans. They didn't do so well, so I need to do some studying, figure out what I did wrong. Cucumbers grew great, by the way. But I on the sunny side, I put something for them to climb on, and stupid plants went the other direction. I got to figure out why they did that, but I got nice cucumbers, and I'm going to start using those. And eating cucumbers is nice, but putting them in a smoothie, oh man, that's got to be really nice. So, salt. And I grew celery a year before, so I'm thinking about growing celery again and use them also for smoothies. All right. Are you still here? Say, well, some people say my regulars, if they're not busy, they'd be here. So I'm not going to stay on too long because I have to go take care of the trash. Anyway, these pallets, there's from each section of the pallet is like 15 inches. So I bought 15-inch R15 pink insulation. It's I think it's Owens Corning. R15 is really good enough for the shed. See, on the other side, I'll turn the camera around. On the other side, there's a power wall, which is powering this whole shed. Everything you see, all these lights on, are from the power wall. And I'll show you the power wall. There. You see those batteries right there? That is my battery storage. There's 2.8 kilowatts, and there's 10 battery packs. And each battery pack is got LFP batteries, 60 of them, and they're divided into group 4. At there's 15 BMSs in there. That's the battery management system, and if one of those battery management systems, those BMSs shuts down, the whole thing shuts down. So those are very safe. They will not catch fire because the lithium iron phosphate chemistry doesn't readily catch fire. And down below, I have a 2,000 watt inverter. It's a pure sine. Really didn't need a pure sine in here, but in the house, it's very handy if I need to run the refrigerator or the microwave. Anything else doesn't require a pure sine. And down below, that little box right there, that is the solar input. Right now, it's being charged by the EcoFlow Pro that I have in the house because we're not getting any sun. So I'm powering everything with EcoFlow. The EcoFlow has a lot of power at hand. It's 3,600 watt hours, and it's the perfect size to take to the EV chargers at the mall and charge within 40 minutes from 20%. It won't go below 20% for safety. I suppose there's probably a way I could go low. Wait a minute. I took that down to 10%. Yesterday. Okay, who we got in here? Is that you again, Sherry? Or is that Lenny? Four Corners? Yeah. A YouTuber, well-known YouTuber by the name of Four Corners comes here. His channel's off. I want to be as successful as this guy. That'd be cool. If you're not going to stay, please give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get monetized. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to put my link for my spider. What kind of spider? Hey, it's not a dangerous one. It looks like the markings look like a jumping spider, but his legs are too long. I like the jumping spiders. It might be a wolf spider. I'm not sure. I leave them alone. They eat the bugs. If I don't bother them, they're not going to bother me. I don't sleep out here, so I'm not worried about the spiders. I saw a video. The guy had daddy long legs on the side of his house. It's actually a cabin. That's his cabin. And they started falling away. It looked like a whole bunch of legs. They were just hanging. Those have a nasty bite, from what I hear, but they're not deadly. We don't have any deadly spiders in the United States. Not deadly to most people. We have the brown recluse, which causes your skin to get real hard around the bite. That's probably the worst spider we have. We have black widows, but they're not particularly deadly. They could kill children, small children, but other than that, they give you a nasty bite and you get sick. But not deadly. my nephew, when he was really little, he was still in diapers. He was in his crib and sleeping, and his mother saw a black widow. She's got to be afraid of spiders, but she whacked that spider away like a superwoman. Cool. My brother thought she didn't even call for help. She just got rid of that spider. But she lived on they lived on the drier part of the state, Washington. So lots of bad spiders. So who do we have in here? Let's drink water. If you're new to this channel, I usually talk about prepping stuff. Not usually on my live streams, but I will talk about that. Um, I usually just do a video when I have something to give you the prepping industry stuff. The genre, people that prep. Um, I have another shed. I'm building this one, house everything from that one, which is one of the main reasons I'm putting insulation in here, because I have food storage in the other one, and the lifespan of that food drops when it gets too cold or too hot. So trying to get this to the food storage so it's not all in the house. I don't have shelving for it either. Now, looking for ideas on shelving. Right now, I've been making shelves out of pallets without food. And I was going to make my workbench right here. Okay. Being held up by these boxes at this time. Think about putting that right here. This wall will be my stop. That way I have storage over there. This has been a year and a half project building this shed. My wife kind of weighed the option. Buy a shed, which would have been a lot smaller than this, and cut a hell of a lot more. Or I have all these pallets. Why not use it to build the shed? The pallets have chemicals in it, which fine for a shed, not for a house. So here we are. And right now I'm putting insulation in the wall. It's my studio, it's my shop, it's my storage for food, other things. I might put food storage up top. Somebody breaks into my shed, they see the food storage. Food storage is the most important thing I have. I have food, Ryobi, Ryobi. They're not the most expensive tools. If somebody breaks in here, they say, "Ooh, Ryobi." I find somebody that's got something like Milwaukee or Flex. Uh, Flex is expensive, but it's very similar to the Ryobi. Uh, in yeah, it'd be great if people come in here, don't just sit here and watch, lurk in the background. Please make comments, you know, give me ideas, stuff like that. Project. Um, One of the things I asked for on my garden, give me ideas on something I can experiment. Last year, I did potatoes in the tower. I got a bunch of potatoes. I think 30 pounds of potatoes. Uh, Good size, too. About, okay, 6 inches. about 3 inches wide. Not too many of those. Most of them are about 4 inches by 3, and all the small ones I just threw back in. They didn't have time to get there. I was trying to learn garlic, better ways to grow garlic, and if they plant them in October, let them come up again the following year. Start them in October. That would explain why it had shoots for the flowers. Uh, Most of the time, a lot of the root crops, if you let them flower, they no good. But I guess garlic is okay. And if you're planting elephant garlic, be aware that's not garlic. Leek, it tastes different. They look just like garlic. They have cloves just like garlic. It's a leek. Um, I don't. I have. I planted one elephant garlic, and now I have like 30 plants. I don't use them. I don't know how to use them, but they're beautiful plants. I've got chives planted, onions. Actually, I pulled the onions this year. I got a lot of seeds that I'm going to start. Probably next week. Oh gosh, who else came here? We got 2 people now. That's sweet. Minnie, are you here? Oh, Skullgrazer. Hey, good to see you, bud. Everyone is on. 3 of us. I got a lurker and I got you. I've been putting more insulation. This is old. I put this about 2, 3 weeks ago, but I just started on the other side of the shed, where the storage shelves are already built. That way, I can close that one off. And I had a big gaping uh, heat vent on that corner behind the camera, and I put some insulation in there. I still got to put the siding up there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it because the wall is not even. I took architecture, but I didn't take construction, so I'm a little lacking on the construction part. My father said that I have to have. I got that square after I had all the walls up. I don't know how you do CNC circuit. Just do a video. Well, I keep looking back to the bottom part of these lenses, magnifies so I can see. So when say something, you're like, got to do that to read it. Check out Jehu Garcia if you want to do some search boards. He does use PCB way. You can do multi-layer circuit boards. I don't know if you can do that with CNC. I really don't know. No. Well, I'm not gonna be here too long. I see what time. Oh, it's only 7. I got about an hour before I need to go. I gotta put the trash out tonight, so I don't have to get up early in the morning. Good. Oh, I should do a segment on knives. I've got a lot of cool knives. Got this one. This is called a skeleton knife, but it has a unique deployment. Okay, maybe there's no shed. This is called a skeleton knife. It's got a clip right here. You can move the clip to this side, so it's ambidextrous. You, uh, torque fit, but it's made by CRKT. Now, the company is here in Oregon, over in Taggart, Oregon, but they build their knives in Oregon. See that little spring? This is a spring. It's on both sides. This is the, for your thumb. What? Isn't that cool? They put these holes in here. This blade. This is a tool company. It's called Columbia River Knife and Tool. This one's called the Snap Lock. They make a smaller version, and one that's got less of a spring to it still works the same. And I got this for $12 at Military Exchange in Tucson, Arizona. These are like 60 $65 to $75 for one. Buy them off the internet. Cool, nice. Perfect. Balance. Man. Oh, that one didn't go in. Oh, be careful. Record this. Oh, oh, there it is. I love this tripod. Oh, yeah. That's good. I think I saw you there. Didn't you respond to me one time on there? Ah, that's good. But he just had a new project on there. It's really cool. Um, Using scooter batteries. They're 36 volt. He built a basically he bought this one power wall. It's like in a rack, the rack system, and it had some really massive storage in it. And then he showed another one right next to it, and that was one that was DIY. The the rack system was 48 volts, which is perfect. And according to Will Prowse, it's one of the best. It's inexpensive compared to most. Still expensive for me. Um, for small DIYers, it's kind of expensive. So Jehu built a smaller system using the 36 volt scooter batteries, which you're not going to find a 36 volt inverter. Very hard to find. It might not have been battery powered gardener. It might have been battery addiction. That's what I was before uh, Wizard Chat. A couple of guys in there said, "Hey, you should be battery powered gardener because so batteries in a garden." Like, not a bad idea. And Jehu liked it. Yeah, everything I learned about batteries, I learned from him. Now, I recently saw a video. This guy took one of those lithium AA batteries, They're 1.5 volt. Can't recharge them. They're not rechargeable. You cut the casing on it, fold it apart, and fold the stuff inside the battery, and there's no liquid in there. People are scared of it, liquid, but there's no liquid inside of it, and it's very dangerous though. So if you do this, be very careful because they will catch fire. He unrolled it, and the metal part that was inside the battery is lithium, and he said it's kind of dangerous to do this, but we had a casserole dish, and he filled it with water, and he dropped that, he folded that lithium strip, put it in that water. It started, uh, it caught on fire almost immediately. And then the fire got really big, and then it exploded, and that casserole dish went flying everywhere. He said, "Don't do it." This was very risky. Wow. Um, when I started watching his channel, he already built the bus, and he was trying different battery types. Well, I probably got there after you. Sounds good. He's branched out into solar, but now I my interest goes farther than the battery. I want to increase the power of the output of the battery for a short period, and at the same time have the longevity. So what I came up with was capacitors added to the battery, and he is so against that. He will not uh, talk about that at all. Because right now I could build a battery for my truck using capacitors. Super cap, they have a high output and they're at 12 volts. The only problem with using super cap as your battery is after 3 days of not driving, you can't start it. Battery's dead. It has no long-term storage. So I was like, what about putting a battery in parallel, a small 12-volt battery in parallel? Because yes, that's what I'm talking about. You can go with a small um, LFP battery at 12 volts, probably 3P, 4S3P, and I could build one of those fairly easy. Uh, my battery's on the wall. They're not high output, but if you put a super capacity power bank in parallel with that, it'll charge that capacitor so you can crank the car over. Well, I am talking about starting a gas. Not an electric vehicle. No, actually, the capacitor, the super caps are actually cheaper than buying a battery. Traditional lead acid battery with cold cranking. There's a lot of cold cranking amps. You get the cold cranking amps out of the capacitor using super caps. Okay, I seen a guy. Uh, he had a power bank like this. It was a little bit bigger than this one, and it originally had some pouch cells inside it. So your pouch cell real quick. On the other side of the camera. Don't knock it over. There we go. Okay. This is a very big pouch. This is what you find in Chinese buses. This is a 3.7 volt lithium cobalt battery. This is capable of 100 amps by itself. There's small ones inside this, probably 2 or 3 of them in there, and they have a circuit board that makes it 5 volts because that's 5 volts. Then it's probably 3 in there because this is a 12 volt battery starter. It plugs into that, so it will start your car. And I used this to start when I worked one time because somebody left the light on, and it's the same size as my truck. Okay, and what happened? What I'm talking about, this guy had one of these. Batteries were out. It had a capacitor bank on it, and he put his multimeter on there and showed 0 volts. He went to his car battery, put the multimeter on that, 10 volts. He took this, hooked the cables up to it, hooked up to the battery, and that battery charged the capacitors up to 12 volts. Then he used those capacitors to start the car. That told me right there that you can use batteries in conjunction with capacitors. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. Welcome back. I had a new person on here asking me if I have Jesus. But that guy started his car with a dead car starter, jump starter, and a dead battery. Battery on the car has a memory on it, so it charged this thing up to 12 volts. And being capacitors, it started the car. So that's why I think capacitors can work well with batteries, providing they have the same voltage. I've worked in the tech industry for quite a while, so I've seen stuff been put in parallel to complement another thing. So I thought of that, and all of a sudden, I think 3 months later, several videos talking about the very thing that I came up with. Damn it, I could have got a patent on that. Charge pump. Yeah, I guess you can call it a charge pump. See, the battery in the car was dead, and the capacitors were dead also. But somehow, the battery in the car charged up the capacitors so you can start the car. Where'd that extra power come from? Another guy took AA batteries, hooked them together in a series so you get 12 volts. Hooked it up to his car, jumped in, showed 12 volts, turned it, blew up the battery. Those little AA's blew up. Oh, that's not good, but he had a reason for it. And I knew he had a reason. So, again, he made another one. It kind of arched when he had it built. Hooked up to the battery and waited for like 5 to 10 minutes to let the AA's charge up the car battery. The car battery's got a lot more crankiness, right? Well, it can't handle the current. The AA's, they can't handle the current. Tesla cult? Ooh, we got a new video. But it will charge your car battery up to 12 volts. But you don't crank the car, until you disconnect them. And then you see it was 12 volts on the car battery. Then you turn the key and started the car. That also played into the idea of using capacitor batteries with 12 volts. Oh, as Infidel's on, DARPA funding coming. Oh, good. Maybe that's what was in there. Charge pump, whatever. I've never heard that before. Oh, okay. Probably like a boost converter in it. Would that be a charge pump boost converter? I wish As Infidel would come over here. I think I saw him on Jehu also. But he got onto Jehu's channel because of me. I like the charge pump name. That's cool. I have a power station over here in a building, that blue box. I got a circuit board that and a computer power supply. And the circuit board is the breakout board. And when I get the chance to work on it, I'll put some ports on the front and a variable. I've got the variable power supply, so I'll be able to. And I'll hook up the variable to negative 12 and positive 12 to get 24 volts. If you understand DC, the negative or 0 is your baseline. Your voltage is anything above that baseline. So I tried it out and I got 24 volts. But perfect. What I wanted. So I'll have me a 24 volt power supply. It will go more than 24. I think I had it as much as 36. It's got a boost converter in it. Or charge pump. I love that name. Or below. Oh yeah. Whatever you set your baseline to, it will be your negative voltage or 0. And you go from there. But this computer power supply had a negative 12 on it. So I used that negative 12 as my baseline, which gave me 24 volts. On the output, it shows 24. Yeah, ground is just a reference point. Exactly what I couldn't think of that term, but yeah, that's what I was talking about. But it worked like a charm, just how I expected it to. I will have on the output there'll be a negative 12, a 3, 5, and a positive 12. But from the negative 12 and the positive 12, I used on the variable, so I get 24 volts. Yeah, my negative is below ground too, negative 12, just like you said. Works out good. Well, I'm going to try to do a live stream Friday nights, um, around 5 or 6. I'll be so look forward to 6 o'clock. But on the output, your negative 12 still looks like ground to the output. It's 0. Because using that for your baseline, it shows 24 volts. And that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I am fascinated by this stuff. It's all Jay-Z's fault. It doesn't show ground on the variable. It shows 0 volts to 24. It thinks the negative 12 is ground. Now on an AC circuit, the ground doesn't change. Your phasing changes. You can change the phase, but you can't change the ground. On the variable, it shows negative 12 as my ground. It's basically a boost buck converter. I use it as a boost converter or a variable power supply. That's what it is, variable power supply. But on the output, it shows negative 12 as ground. I know what you're talking about, but on the output, it shows negative 12 as ground. Anything above the negative 12 is a positive voltage from the way I wired it. Maybe I'm not explaining it well. When I turn the dial and I have my multimeter on it, it shows 0 to 24. That's slightly above 24. I know the ground doesn't change, but on that variable power supply, it shows the negative 12 as the ground. Yes. It shows 0 to 24 volts. Round up. Well, the power supply plugs into the wall. Right now, I don't have the AC running in the shed. The AC is coming out of my inverter, so it will use my batteries to run the AC power supply. Yeah. I have 2 car batteries on the floor. I use them to jump start my power wall if the voltage goes too low. If it goes down to 10.5 volts, the battery shut off. So they never go dead. That spider's making a home right there. It's a little brown spider about the size of a dime. It's got stripes along its abdomen. I mean, the main part where the legs are attached. Not sure. Now I attach a wire at the positive end. Oh, attach. Okay, spell check. One at the negative end and one at the point in the middle of the 2 batteries. Maybe 12. The middle would be 12 volts, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. The middle would be 12, and the other positive would be 4. Hey, I haven't seen Lenny in a while. to have and connect that heater flash test to test to the positive. Use it up. Oh, yeah. And to test the negative. It's negative. Right. Well, somehow I get 24 volts up. Yeah. Huh. Never tried that. When I hook the batteries together, I either get 12 volts or 24. I don't get negative 12. You know, unless I reverse the lead. Okay. That's not like we're talking string theory. I don't worry with that. Yeah. Okay. That's more like arrow. I don't know how you get negative 12. I'd like to see that work. I wasn't trying to get negative 12 and positive 12. I already had that through the output. So I was using the negative 12 as the reference point. And the power supply thought I had 24. Maybe I'm fooling the power supply. How is that 24? The power supply doesn't put out 24 volts. So somehow I got 24 volts. One of these days when I get this all cleaned up, I can still. I really don't know how you can get negative 12 off that. Like the reverse. I'm not quite sure with stuff. I had it very vanilla. Well, I went on Twitch last night. I was on Dear Butch on his channel. He said, "Where you been?" Well, been busy. Been dealing with anxiety. Uh, Christmas. So I've been off for quite a while, and I'm trying to get back into it. It's get cold in here. Check the heater. Good one. If I aimed it towards me, this one. And a propane heater in there. I'm probably going to drain the tank today. I screwed up the other day. A couple of days ago, I come out to the shed. The heat was still going. I was almost out of propane, but it was nice and warm. I got it remember to turn it off. I think what I'll do this time is I'll turn off the heater and turn off the gas. Please put that. Probably start quicker. Oh, I need to do a segment on stove for my prepping part of the channel. I have some really cool stoves. If you don't have gas, I can cook. I have 3 biomass stoves. My favorite doesn't even have a fan. 2 of my biomass stoves are upstairs, so I'm not turning them down. One of them is down here, and it's very cool. You can use alcohol, and I figured out a way to boost the alcohol output. I don't know if I could put alcohol in a jar and use that because I don't want the jar breaking. You know anything about that? You ever tried burning alcohol in a jar? Boost alcohol? Huh? That. What I used for my test, I bought heat for your car. You pour into your gas and it takes the water out of the gas. But it's just denatured alcohol. Yeah, a glass jar, like one of those dip jars. It wasn't jars, right? What I used was soup can. It worked pretty good. Okay. I don't see any jars. Nope, no jars handy. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't try it. I used the soup can instead. Campbell soup can. I understand. Everything on the stove was cool except for the top. Hey, there's 4 corners. Oh, hey, he's a prepper. Okay, I'm. I won't try it then. But why I was thinking of a jar is so that I can cap it. So I got to figure out something I can cap because right now my alcohol is stored in a jar. I haven't lit from the jar. I pour it into the soup can. Um, are you 4 corners? Are you familiar with the biomass stove? I have 3. One that has its own fan. Well, actually, 2 that have their own fan. Uh, one has a battery it charges up, and the other one uses a solar battery plugged into it. Um, the one that has its own battery is called BioLite. Very difficult to work compared to the other. I bought one from My Patriot Supply. It's got a fan in the bottom. You hook it up to a battery. And it's got a dial so you can control the wind. It blows air from the bottom up the side. And from the bottom goes up the side. And then it has holes at the top that burn smoke. That thing is awesome. But even better is one that packs really small. And it's about that big around. It has a burner on the top that kind of combed in like this. Then you have the leg for the pot on the top. And the bottom 2 sections are separated. You put one on top of the other one. You put the basket inside. That is your biomass setup. You put wood, stick, small moss, your fire, basic fire start. It starts just like the barbecue light. My father made put holes in the bottom, already around the bottom, and we started a charcoal with that. So this works the same way, same principle. Robert Murray Smith, no, never heard of him. But This stove doesn't have a fan. Doesn't need it. Just it draws the air in because once you get the fire going, it starts pulling air in. And the way it's built, it doesn't need a fan. Um, and it also has the option of using other fuels. It has a little bowl up that high. I put alcohol in it. It took 1.5 of those bowls to boil some water. So you have to light it again. So I didn't like that much. So I took a soup can, just a standard 14-ounce soup can, and I cleaned it out, filled it with alcohol. I put the bowl that holds the biomass upside down, and that put the soup can too high. So when I put the pan on there, it put the fire out. So I turned that bowl back over the way it's supposed to go, put the soup can in there, and the soup can was right at the top of the burner. So when I put my this thing, this is for the BioLite. It's got vents in the bottom. So I put this on the top, and it doesn't snuff out the fire. And it got this boiling in 8 minutes. Yeah, that worked too. But the soup can worked perfectly. I was able to get it boiling. And if I have something that doesn't have these nice little vents, I don't have these vents, I would just put the burner legs up so that it sits on that. It works good. And I only have to fill it one time. Then I got the water boiling. And I filled that container, got boiling in 8 minutes. I'm not sure, but yeah, it probably can. Yeah. It was an easy modification. It works a lot better in the bowl. Uh, and depending on which alcohol you're using or other fuels, kerosene will smoke like crazy. Um, that's basically jet fuel. Uh, gasoline will smoke like crazy. Diesel definitely smoke like crazy, but thing with diesel is you have to warm it up before it catches fire. Uh, the uh, isopropyl alcohol will work in that. You won't see the flame. It actually be lit slightly yellow and smoke. It will put soot all over your pan. Uh, the best one to use is denatured alcohol or heat from the auto parts. Oh, okay. Well, the BioLite is cool because uh, you start the fire, you put your sticks and stuff in there, and you light it off. When the fire starts burning, the fan turns on automatically. It always has enough charge to start the fan. It will not go below a certain point. I think it's 15-20% of the battery. It, it saves that for the next time you light the fire. Whereas the one from my Patriot Supply, whatever battery you plug into it has to be USB. It will run the fan, but you don't have the same control over the battery. Oh, good. Put that in private. Well, you're not on the screen, so you're not on the screen here, so you can't. I'll have to look it up later. Oh, okay. Yep. We're on the same Discord. Oh, there it is. I just saw the link posted. Thanks. See, I get my Discord notifications. Yeah, I'll check that out. Uh, Robert Murray Smith. So I probably just look up Robert Murray Smith and find it, right? See this wood back here? This wood I can buy for $11 at for a 4x8 feet at Home Depot. $11. The hell? I got stuff moving around behind me. I think I probably built this shed on ancient Indian burial ground. Four Corners, you on the same Discord? Oh yeah. Oh, I was watching this video guy. He covers up and coming country, and he noticed a TikTok trend: three red-headed women that are triplets, um, and they started a girl band. And for some reason, on TikTok, they had 50 million views, but they don't have. They're not big in country music. What the hell? They do concerts through this promoter they've got, but you never see the fans. What the hell? One time they saw the fans is all a bunch of seniors. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I saw mine. I don't have it on now right either, but I got the notification. Okay, you're both commenting, but YouTube says I only have one view. Maybe they're just counting me. But this guy, he was trying to figure out what the hell. They get 50 million viewers on TikTok, but on YouTube they got 8,000, or Instagram 2,000. And their views are very low on the others, but TikTok they're way up. And most of their videos are doing crazy stunts, not on their music. And they I listened to I listened to their songs. They sound nice. It's weird. Why why don't they get into their music? I guess they really didn't like it. Yeah, I know. I get shadow banned. I'm getting shadow banned on here now because YouTube took one of my videos down. Now I'm a target, and I did not lie. They told me I was spreading disinformation. I told the truth. The evidence is out there. What I said on that video was, I'm not going to say exactly what it is. I'm just going to say something that has been proven as factual. So how am I spreading disinformation? I don't know. Anybody want to come up? That's why I do StreamYard. Comes up. I don't bite. Maybe. For a cat meowing? What the hell? Ow, ow. Okay, you two gonna take me down? Not like I'm showing. Not like I'm going shirtless here. Wait, cold. See on the StreamYard it says battery to prepper. Yeah, mine did too. My strike was on disinformation, and all I did was say that my I didn't get the V, and I am in the risk group, and I've never caught the bug, and I've worked with people that did get the bug. I even talked to them before they called in sick, but somehow I didn't get sick. Oh, that's disinformation. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Only that one video. I usually don't get into that stuff when I talk in my videos, but I didn't mention any of the banned words, so we're good. Should be. Who knows what bug gets up their underwear? I don't know. They get their panties in a bunch and they don't like what I say. Take the video down. Man, that heat is still going strong. I'm absolutely sure that people will pop once they get up and move it on. I got 3 tanks, 5 gallons each, and I need to get them. I have a little bit on the barbecue and a little bit here. I can't keep the tank in here because don't I don't have a way to test it right now to see if it's working. It doesn't seem to be working, but don't want to take that. Yeah, I know. It's my fault. I'm diabetic and I'm over 50. I got uh, elevated blood pressure. It's not dangerously high, it's just elevated. But I got those 3 risk groups. Yeah. I am in no way. Russia. Native American, maybe English. A little bit of Swedish and a little bit of English and Native American. Now I have relatives over in northeast Arizona by Four Corners that some of them have had COVID, but it's more prevalent there for some reason. And a lot of people are isolated. But I think it tends to be more prevalent there because of the unhealthy lifestyle. A lot of people, a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs, and it makes their body unhealthy. So the bug likes to go after that. That YouTube, that's just curious. I'm in no way saying that's true. I'm just curious. So don't give me this information. Right? No, I'm questioning. Oh God, not true. Yep. Hey, one day Showed up to work and said, "Oh, my wife is home sick." Oh, what's she got? She's got corona. The person freaked out. Common cold is coronavirus. Chill. Um, I have constriction in my. I've always had a high heart rate. So that kind of creates the problem. Well, I guess that's my problem. I gotta drink rum. Tequila. Scotch. More tequila. But I'm type 2 diabetic, and I guess the reason I haven't got it because of the supplements I take. Vitamin D3. I heard YouTube. I heard that D3 was absent in all the deaths from the bug. So I take D3. Plus, D3 you need to protect you from the sun. What the vitamin D supplements you take are usually D3 or D12, I think, or is it D12? Oh, I think. D3 is the one you want. D3 is what your body produces when you get sun. It protects you from too much sun. My wife was asking me about that today. I take D3 all the time. I think that's what kept me from getting the bug. My brother got it, and you know what? He only had the sniffles and slight body ache. But he got the jab. I didn't. He's like more people. The people who get it most are one step jab. It's my fault. I'm sorry, YouTube. It's my fault. Get chicken? Yeah, I can get chicken. I have no place to put them. I have to build them a home. Wouldn't it be better to get hamsters? Hamsters love to run on the wheel. I guess they know because they're living in a small environment. That's the only exercise they're going to get. Right? I know about chickens. I don't know if they'll do that. Oh my gosh, I've been on here for an hour and a half. I'm really chewing up my YouTube time. Hey, I get 20 hours a month, right? On StreamYard. I think it's 20 hours a month. So if I go on live maybe 1 or 2 days a week, I should be fine. I got a warning when I had 16 hours. and it's a rolling 30 days. So say I start streaming maybe first week of the month, and then I start streaming the second week of the month and go 3 weeks straight. I exceeded 20 hours. Yeah, for free it's limited to 20 hours, but I think it's a rolling 20 hours, like I said. I got 15 minutes. 15-minute warning. Now, I've been trying to get more batteries for my power wall. They're still not available. They're $36 cheap. Well, they're 45 now, but they're out of stock. And I guess Jay, who's planning on them coming back in stock, I might have to make them. That sucks. Or I can just buy his scooter batteries. They're 36 volts and just put a buck converter on them, drop them down to 12. But it's charging them, it might be a problem. If they're in parallel with the other ones, then I'll have to have a boost converter to go back up. Not sure how I'm going to do that. You know, or Jay, who's got those LFP batteries that are they're like this. I didn't know they made LFP batteries in pouch cell. He's got some that he built the circuit board on PCBWay, and it's open source. He open sources all of his PCBs, so you don't have to buy from him. You can buy straight from PCBWay. And they're a sponsor of his, so he gets a discount. Ooh. A lot of people, the DIY batteries, use PCBWay, and they're sponsored. You can buy the circuit board already populated from Jehu, or you can buy it from PCBWay and populate it yourself. They on his open source plans for the circuit board, he also tells you where to get the other part. I think that's what I. Home etching is not a crime now. I have no idea. um, not exactly what you're talking about. Etching to me is like, you got the glass with acid on there. Is that what you're talking about? A certain type of acid to dissolve the glass a little bit so it gets like etch pattern on. I'm not sure if I'm describing it well. I've never etched before, but I think you're talking circuit boards. I'd like to see you do a video. I'm curious how you do it. Well, on this wall, I bought some boards like this, same size, just different lengths, and I'm gonna do the whole wall with that. And when I mount stuff to the wall, it's gonna be solid. Okay, that's what I figured you were talking about. But I'd like to see you do it. To do a YouTube video and give me a link to it. That's awesome. You got me interested. Totally your fault. I got so many lights in here. All running off the batteries. I got 13.1 volts on there right now. Same here. I didn't do any videos till I had to practice. I saw I toured the Boeing plant here in Portland, and they showed their CNC machine. They were using water jet. That's my experience with CNC. What I've seen in person. But I have seen people do CNC on YouTube, and they have like a drill bit that cuts sideways. That's my visual of CNC. So I need to see it like what you're talking about. Four corners, please. It's just you and me, Skull Dracer. Chatting. Okay, four corners, mine left. I could do the inside walls with this stuff. It's $11 for a sheet, but I would have to take all the other boards off. And I've taken some off, but I'd be silly. Made it a lot easier to put the insulation in. And I have a box right here. And a box right here. It's got power coming from it. It's fuse box. Oh man, we don't have any snow. I don't know if you're that's cheap. I wish I can get a 3D printer for that. Imagine all the batteries I can build 3D. You can cut out sheet metal with a laser. I worked at a job at a company, HVAC. They build HVAC, and they for some of the parts they used lasers. Come out. I watched that laser. It's pretty cool. They put it on a semi-khaki surface that the laser doesn't cut, and then they put the sheet metal on there and they cut out parts for it. Oh, oh, okay. Not that far. Okay, my tool thing. Oh yeah, I saw him do that too. They used the same laser. They just cut the power a little bit, and it etched information onto the wood. Cool. And it cut out parts with it, out of the wood. It's. I think it has to be more of a concentrated beam so you don't burn the wood. I've been watching videos of people driving in the snow. Every time, I we've had ice this winter, and I was driving to work about 18 miles, and I see people fly by me. And I'm like, one of them really flagged. Nasty red. Do not drive properly. Now, I checked to make sure YouTube is showing all my viewers, but it's only showing one still and two. One of you on a different platform, I think you're all on YouTube because I tried to link Twitch on here too, but it won't do both of them. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Kinky Tunes Radio. What the hell is that? YouTube.com Kinky Tunes Radio. What is that? Now, if I was doing this on a computer, I could probably do all kinds. It's hard to lug the computer out here. Eventually, I might have something here. I have up on the wall there. You see that shelf right there? The space below it, I could put a monitor right there. There's my fridge, radio. But I could put a monitor there. Got the two 2x4s. I would think of putting a shelf on the bottom also, but if I put a monitor there, and I can hide the PC also. So if somebody comes break in the shed, start stealing stuff, they won't see it. I can put a board on the front, and when the monitor's down, it goes down below the 2x4, and nobody will see it. Four corners. Did you see my power wall? Power wall. Right there. Yeah. Solar input down there. That the solar input right there, I have not been using for quite a while because I don't have power. So it's the Lego wall. I don't have one. I see a row of insulation there. I'm doing that. It's pretty dang cold in here usually. I don't think my heater's keeping up right now, so it must be pretty freaking cold outside. Wonder what the hold on. I'm gonna the screen's gonna lock up. Weird. Okay. Okay, it's 46, but it's colder. I think my heater's warming me that much. Okay. I don't worry about the propane because it's very safe for indoor use. Some people I heard today can't handle propane. That's a sick. But most people propane safest fuel, most efficient. And I got one of those buddies propane. This one has an auto shut off if the carbon monoxide goes too high. Yeah, 46 here. I don't know. I feel pretty cold. But it's wet. So it feels colder than it really is. Let me turn that heat this direction. There we go. Now the heat's towards me. Is my buddy. That's my buddy. Oh crap. That's inside weather. Yeah, you don't go outside in that. Let's just get some firewood for the fireplace. Do it quick. Okay, I got 3 minutes and I have to go. 3 minute warning. If any of you see Lenny, tell her I'm trying to do videos. I'm gonna try to do Friday. Oh crap! I guess I have to go now. Watch call. Um, I'm gonna sign off right now, guys. I got set. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.